What's up, guys? Happy Friday. The week has finally come to an end. Welcome back to News for You with me, Tracy. On tonight's agenda, we're getting into the political parties versus the Electoral Commission. We're also talking about the Electoral Commission distributing election materials, as well as the U.S. pulling out and crypto in Ghana. All that and so much more coming up tonight. Stay tuned. Political parties that have nominated presidential candidates have raised several concerns about the Electoral Commission, saying key issues remain unresolved as the January 15th election day draws closer. Among their concerns is a late delivery of the voters' registers, which they say has affected their preparations. Parties have also questioned the effectiveness of voter education across the country, warning that gaps could affect voter participation. In addition, they point to pending petitions that are yet to be ruled on by the Commission. So with the election fast approaching, the parties say these outstanding issues could impact the credibility of the electoral process if they are not urgently addressed. The Electoral Commission has begun the nationwide distribution of election materials ahead of the general elections, marking a key step in the country's preparedness for the elections. The first consignment was flagged off from the Commission warehouses and is being distributed across the country. The Commission says that the materials were assembled as early as November last year in order to avoid last-minute delays and ensure a smooth voting process. Officials describe the dispatch as a critical part in the election roadmap aimed at guaranteeing that all polling stations will be fully equipped on election day. The materials being delivered include ballot papers, voters' registers, indelible ink, and other essential polling items. Now, once they reach the districts, the materials will be kept under tight security at district headquarters until polling day. A reminder, guys, please get out there and vote on election day. Remember, your vote is your voice. Guys, the U.S. is at it again. I keep telling you, they're the gift that keeps on giving. They've pulled out now of more than 30 UN bodies. That means that people working with the United Nations agencies could be affected. You know, this is actually going to be a sin. Remember what happened with USAID? Now it's happening to more than 30 other bodies. So now these bodies include health, climate change, population, and gender equality. Now the U.S. is one of the largest founders in the U.S.'s system, and its exit is expected to reduce funding, forcing some agencies to cut staff, freeze hiring, or just completely suspend key programs. So many Africans that work with UN agencies as project staff, consultants, or community workers are now at risk of losing their jobs, especially those on short-term contracts. International relations expert Professor Ahmed Haji says the impacts will go beyond just diplomacy, and he warns that UN agencies support critical services that like healthcare, refugee support, and climate adaptation and social protection. And with less funding, governments in developing countries like even us here in Uganda may be forced to fill the gaps despite having already strained budgets. America first, guys, what can I say? The rest of the world be damned. Ghana's parliament has passed a new law that allows use and regulation of cryptocurrency in the country, ending years of legal uncertainty. The Virtual Asset Service Providers Bill 2025 creates a clear legal framework for digital assets like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which had previously operated without formal oversight. Under the law, cryptocurrency trading and related services are now lawful nationwide, meaning people can buy, sell, and hold digital currencies without fear of being arrested. The Bank of Ghana will remain the main regulator with authority to license and supervise crypto platforms such as exchanges, wallets, and brokers. The law aims to protect consumers, increase transparency, curb fraud and money laundering risks, and support financial innovation and inclusion. Maybe pick a leaf. It's time for the profile, and tonight we have someone who has rubbed shoulders with Tyler, Travis Scott, and the like. She's a dancer, she's a singer, she's a DJ. Check out the profile.
I am joined with a very beautiful lady, and I'm telling you, the way you're curious is the same way I'm curious. And literally, we're going to get to know her, who she is, what she's all about, and a few interesting facts here and there. Remember, it is the Vibe Check Show on NBS Plus. So let's get into it. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you.
It's so nice to have you on the show. I love the look.
Thank you so much.
Please introduce yourself to someone that is watching you for the first time.
It's a pleasure. Hello, guys. Musibya Muchia Muluganda. My name is Whitney Ivy.
Yeah.
I'm a DJ, dancer, host.
Yes.
Born and raised in Uganda
Yeah.
and currently based in the UK.
Ooh, all right, Ivy, now you've said very many things. Right now, it's not very easy to find a young person that, is full of talent. Like, they have a lot going on. First of all, how has your journey been? You did, we did get into a little bit of a chat and you told me you've literally stayed in London, like the longest time.
Yeah.
How are you finding life in London?
Life in London is, it's not the easiest, but, you do the most with what you got.
Yes.
I work full-time.
Yeah.
I also study. I'm doing my master's part-time in African studies.
Oh.
So it's very, like what people say, you're always on the grind.
Yes.
So being back home is a relaxing.
It's basically it's giving back. Now, what are the things that you put in effort the most that is helping you feel like, this is what I'm doing to put myself out there, because it's probably a career or something you're looking at as a young person to do, to bring in money or even for yourself. What is that one thing?
So currently I'm focusing on a lot of my self-branding as a young creative. I like saying creative because I'm a bowl of
variety.
Exactly, different things that I'm doing instead of just DJing. But also trying to get the academic side of things. But also implement that with the music. Because there's a lot of. I've been lucky and grateful enough to be able to play African electronic music in spaces, especially in the UK and internationally. I've been able to travel to Italy to do weddings. I've been able to do festivals, some of the biggest festivals in London, Boomtown, South by Southwest. So I've been very grateful and lucky to do that. And the way I'm doing that is pushing my brand, infiltrating my education that I'm learning about Africa in general, and also putting that in my music to be able to push the sound of African electronic music globally and not just the Western world, but also bring it back home so that people can enjoy it.
Interesting. I did stalk you a bit because, I love me some girls that, are onto something. And I did find out that you and Taylor, something is going on. Let's talk about that. How did you meet Tyler? What business do you guys have together?
So I worked with Tyler twice. One of them for the first time was in 2024 for her Billboard Awards. And I was so grateful. By R&D Creatives, it's a creative agency in London that reached out to me and they were like, we love your vibe. Because I also like seeing myself as a vibe creator, not just DJ, host, dancer.
Good energy,
When there's the dance floor is there, I'm the first person to go on the
club,
dance floor.
We all fair.
I'm the first one to dance.
Yes.
So I like seeing myself as a vibe creator. So being able to be myself in that way allowed me to have people who are like, hey, we'd love to have you involved in this.
We'd love to have you,
Exactly. And then the second time I worked with her was actually 2025. For her music video with Travis Scott and Vybz Kartel. And it was one of my close friends, Brooklyn, shout out to her, a producer as well, a girl killing it in the industry, who reached out to me and was just like, we need a DJ for the scene and we'd love for you to come and vibe. And it was amazing. Tyler is honestly, she's a sweetheart. She's so great. She's so down to earth. Because sometimes you meet people and you're just like, how are they going to be around us? But she's so amazing. She always asks you how you're doing, how your day is going. She asks you about how your life. And normally when you're in those settings, you don't get, people who are at her level to be able to talk to you like that.
Interesting. So can you say that moment opened up very many doors for you? Or is there something unique that happened for you after you being on the same stage or even getting to work with Tyler? Do you feel like it has opened doors for you?
It has opened doors because obviously people get to see you in the music videos that, she's worked with, but also on those sets, while you're working with them, you get to meet so many amazing people, so many creatives, so many producers. I never knew I'll be able to talk to Travis Scott and actually
one-on-one,
you know, and him telling me, I love your energy, I love your vibe. Was such he's also down to earth. Was such an amazing and alien thing to me. Because normally when you're in this industry, you don't expect to find yourself in those spaces, especially in the short time that I've been blessed and lucky enough to be a creative, you know, so yeah, I'm grateful.
Yeah, so do you feel like, you know, the spaces in the UK give chance to young creatives to do their thing? Because in Uganda right now, it's different.
Yeah.
We have very many talented creatives, but they're saying it's very hard. Like when you try to reach out to the people that inspire them, you know, they feel too big. They're not getting enough support to actually, you know, express themselves freely. Do you feel it's different in the UK? Like they give you the platforms for as long as you're creative, you're bringing something to the table that is unique. Do you feel supported as a young person?
Feel supported. Mainly for me, as I was saying earlier to one of your colleagues, it's my team. Shout out to Lara Records. I love you guys. You're amazing.
Lara,
you met one of my manager last year, Larizo. He came here. So I'm very grateful for them because I feel like I always say I'm lucky in a way because I don't have to put in too much work in kind of getting connections because he's been in the industry for 10 years. You know, and I'm kind of like backpacking on that. So I'm just like, let me just
you feel like
on,
I'm being supported there.
But yes, the UK, or let's say the Western world, does sometimes feel that there's more opportunities. Because maybe things are a bit more advanced when it comes to technology or the understanding of social media. But I was also saying I'm very shocked when I came here today that there's a separate space in Uganda for creativity.
Content hub, guys.
I was honestly
next creator. We're not here to play.
I was shocked, and shocked is good and also bad because it shows you how we have been colonized in the West to assume that Africa doesn't have that kind of structure. And I'm very mind blown and so happy and grateful that these spaces are here for young people to be able to develop. The one thing I'll tell young people who want to work with the people that inspire them is keep reaching out. Keep reaching out to those people. You know, reach out to them. Because sometimes it takes consistency for you to get the person to come and work with you. Connect with people, collaborate with people. When you collaborate with people, you never know who's going to be able to take you to the next step they need to get to. So,
all right, we want to, you know, lastly, we want to understand what is something that you're cooking for us, you know. Are you looking at working with Ugandan creatives? If someone reached out, you know, do you feel like you're going to be of good impact? Because we want you to bring the, you know, the art back home. So, what are you cooking, girl?
I'm hoping and praying because I'm literally flying out tomorrow.
Oh, damn.
So this is a very last minute thing for me to be doing. But I've told myself I'm going to be coming back every single year, every December, hopefully twice a year, you know, God willing. But I've got some contact with some amazing DJs that I've been able to meet. And when I come back, I definitely want to work with them. There's also an amazing DJ that reached out to me who sent me some mixes and some remixes of songs. So guys, please, if you do any African electronic music, I'm a piano, Afro house, 3-step, bomb, Afro tech, reach out to me. Send me your mixes. I love being able to spread music that people wouldn't be able to get to hear back in the West where we are from. So if you have any sounds that, especially Ugandan music that you have remixed, you know, to fall into the category of African electronic music, EDM, send it over so that when I go and play in spaces,
that's what we want.
When I go in spaces where you're not there, I'm able to take you there with me spiritually and still be able to big you up and support you as young creatives and artists. So please don't be afraid to reach out, send music, follow, do collaborations. You know, I'm trying to do a lot more content, so stuff like TikTok lives, Instagram lives. I would love to do that with people, share music, new sounds. Yeah, so that's what we're here for.
How do we find you on your socials? You know, if someone wants to reach out and get, you know, to have a one-on-one with you.
Please reach out to me on Instagram, Sweetney Ivy. That's SWEETNY.IVY. And if you copy that, find me on TikTok with that. If you copy that on YouTube as well, I'm also on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel for lots of mixes I'm going to be putting out. And
interesting. This one is the last one. TJ, I know I'm disturbing you, but this one is, you know, I want to play around with her. Uganda Chinyu, ma'am. 3 types of food that you love in Uganda.
Banange nga enjoying it. Do you know what? The classics. Rolex. Nga kulisinga Rolex banange.
Nyanya mbisi katungulu. Oba babifumbiremu.
Nedda mbisi.
Nyanya mbisi.
Nyanya mbisi ne katungulu bakatubafune mu ne ka cabbage. Ne kachiri sauce mu adingeko. I want to is it Withdrawal?
Oh, Withdrawal.
Yeah. Amazing.
You love that?
I love them.
Nice.
You know. Kali price for Rolex na ye.
Na because oyagala bakuwe nkoko n'ennyama ku 2 oba 10.
Nenda naye bateekamu ebintu bingi. I was surprised and I loved it. You know, but we also love the ones on the streets after a night out at 1420 or Silo. They hit amazing. I love Rolex, Katogo kebinyebwa.
With greens and some avocado.
Ne kachumbari on the side. And then finally,
I know, yeah.
Luwombo bya beefu n'ebinyebwa. Nga mubitaddemu ennyama mu binyebwa even ne fish n'ekyennyanja mu binyebwa. I will take that ne toke ne pumpkin ne ka plantain ne pilau rice.
You're purely Ugandan. And of course, let's talk about the party life. 3 things you love about Uganda.
The 3 things I love about Uganda.
The food, we've talked about the food,
First of all, the party life here. The fact that you sell food in the club. Sorry.
Ain't
no
time
wonder
for you to
people are
black
staying
out.
here until 8 a.m.
Girl, they party from morning to morning.
Because there's food.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that you guys give food.
Yeah.
I love the table service.
Yeah.
But also I don't like it because I love dancing. So I like it because you get to sit down.
Yeah, when you're tired.
And you know exactly.
Yeah.
But also take some of the tables away.
Yeah.
And create a dance floor.
Yeah.
And lastly, the music.
The music?
The music is amazing. The DJs I've had play. I've had DJ Vans. I've had Spinny. I've had Etanya play. I've had Lil Stana play. And those, I know currently they're some of the biggest DJs in Uganda. But if you actually hear them in person, guys, they have beautiful and unique, amazing sounds that everyone brings individually to their sets. And I love being able to actually analyze people's sets. And those people have got amazing sets. I'm gonna put hands down, they just Spinny. Honestly, you have shelved it down for my time here in Uganda. The clubs, Silo, 1420, Mezzo, Krug,
you had a good time.
Crons,
Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, we can spend the whole day with Ivy. But of course, follow her on our social media platforms and catch this interview exclusively on NBS Plus on the Afro mobile app. My name is Irin Tadora. That is Birinji minus the B. Catch you on the Vibe Check Show.
Thank you.
Thank you, T.
And that's a wrap for tonight, guys. As always, please do leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll catch you again on Monday. Have a great weekend. Make good choices. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.